What's up, Omaha? If you're in the back, come up front. Join us for the party. If you're in that side room, we know you're out there. Come out front and play with us. How you guys doing today? So, a few notes I have for y'all. I'm going to say the F word a lot, and that word is fun. I might also say the word frick a few times, but we'll see how that goes. Here's what I want to do, though. I want to get us all ready. So on the count of 3, let's all just do a big Omaha clap. 1, 2, 3. Boom! That was good. That was really good. So we've got slides. No slides? That was me dancing. How awkward was that? Did anyone like that dance? That's what's up. So here's what we're going to do today. Who's here? I just like knowing the people here. How many people here are entrepreneurs? Good. How many ladies are in the house? Make some noise, ladies. Who here likes corn? Make some noise. Woo! I love corn. I just found out it's not like, there's no nutrients in it, though. Is anybody else surprised by that? Never mind. So, I was really disappointed. I'm not going to lie. So, everybody have a piece of paper on their chair? No? Everyone should have a half piece of paper. What I want you to do is make a hamburger out of it and fold it in half. Hamburger, you fold it in half. Do you guys need a demo? I'll do a demo. You fold it in half and then you rip it. If you don't have a piece of paper, it looks like this. I want you to fold it in half. Does anybody not have one? Fold it in half and then rip it. We all do that? Now here's what I want you to do on that piece of paper on the half. On your half. I want you to write down what you're afraid of. Don't put your name on it or your phone number. If you're weird, do it. Write down what you are afraid of. So it could be public speaking. It could be failing. It could be losing your significant other. It could be anything. So write down what you're afraid of and fold it in half. Let's do that. It takes about 10 seconds. All right. Did everyone get that done? Everyone get that done? No? Yeah, just write one thing that you're afraid of. You have a lot of things? Oh, wow. One thing you're afraid of, okay? People on the side, the ESPN Sports Center team, did you guys do it too? Okay. So did everyone do it? We're done? Fold that in half. Fold that in half, okay? Now I want you to pass it to the right. Pass it to the right. Your name's not on it. Your name is not on it. Pass it to the right. Pass it to the right. 3 people. If you're on that far side, do something else. Okay? All right, all right. Now what I want you to do is open up their fear. Now you can read what they wrote. Pass it to the right. Shh, come back. Hey, come back. Come back with me. All right, did everyone open it up? Open it up. Are there good ones out there? What's that? No? No fear? Fearless. All right, now here's what I want you to do. Hey guys, come back with me. Shh. All right, so you guys read what their fear is. Now, pass it to behind you. Pass it behind you. If you're in the back, it sucks. You gotta move up front. This is what happens when you're not in the front. Okay. So open it up. Any good ones out there that someone wants to share? Any good ones? Fear of clowns? Choking to death while driving a car, that's a common one. What's that? Shark attack? Okay. So why do you guys think we just did that? What's that? I don't know, dude. I'm staying away from you. So, we're all afraid of things. We're all afraid of failure. What I want to ask is, which person here is fearless? Who's fearless? Not one person? All right, come on stage. Come with me. Come on stage. Yep. Take off the badge, too. Hey, why you gotta hate? He's coming on stage. You're not coming on stage. Put it together for this guy. But yeah, you can stand up, stand up, stand up. He raised his hand, he did it. Good job. Stand up, yes. Oh, you're still up here, you're still up here. What's your name?
Willis.
Willis? Do you know what I'm gonna ask you to do, Willis? Ooh, see, that's the bad part. All right, you guys can all sit. No, not you. So what I'm gonna ask Willis to do, it's a little awkward, but he's fearless, right? You're the fearless one? Can you take off your shirt? Oh, no. Willis! Looking good. Undershirt? Why not? Because you're fearless. You'll do anything. Oh, because I just wanted to prove people that there's one fearless guy here. Will you do it? Take off the shirt? Flex the muscles? Yeah. Do it. Willis? Yeah. Put it together. Hey. And then flex. Willis in the house. Here's what we're going to do here. I want you guys all, because Willis is a badass. What's your Twitter handle?
WF Jackson and the number 3.
WF Jackson 3. Follow him on Twitter. Everyone here, people watching at home, my mom's watching, she doesn't even know what Twitter is. People in that side room, hey, put it together for Willis. WF Jackson 3. WF Jackson 3. Follow Willis, he's a badass. All right, I got one more for you though. Who's afraid of public speaking? Right there, come on. The girl, yellow. I know. You guys are like, I'm never raising my hand with Noah. Come on, stage. Come on, hurry up. We only got 30 minutes. It's going to be weird, huh? It's going to be real weird. All right. Hi. What's that? What's your name?
Mandy.
Mandy. Let's put it together for Mandy. Put it together. Stand up. Okay, so, wow, this is like one of those nightmares. So what are you most afraid of?
Public speaking.
Louder?
Public speaking.
What's so scary about it?
I have an accent, so that's one of the reasons. And speaking is not my thing.
Yeah, it's scary, right?
Dancing is my thing, though.
Dancing? Oh, next time, at the end of it, we can do a dance-off. You guys want to see a dance? Okay, we'll do a dance-off at the end. So here's what we're going to do, though. I wrote you a script, so you don't have to think about it. So you just read this, and here's your mic. And then you can conquer your fear.
Noah is a really cool guy. Oh, I am facing and overcoming my fear right now in front of you all. I am badass.
Put it together for Mandy. Okay, hold on. Did anybody else tingle? I'm like tingling all over. Did anybody else feel that? I need a second. So you guys all have a piece of paper. Does everyone not have a piece of paper that says Stranger Challenge on it? One of the biggest things that I'm going to talk about today is how to get what you want. And how to get what you want, you need to overcome your fear. And so the Stranger Challenge is a small step with that. So you take this piece of paper, the Stranger Challenge, and you get a photo with someone you don't know. And you go to strangerchallenge.com and upload your photo. You guys down to do it today? Yeah? In the back? I can't hear you. Okay. So check it out with Stranger Challenge. It's, we can't all come on stage, but you guys can go do it yourselves. Start overcoming your fear. It'll help you start getting what you want. And that's what we're going to explore today. So I started AppSumo. How many people here know AppSumo.com? Woo! How many people don't know AppSumo? All right, get out your phone, appsumo.com, check it out, it's pretty cool. So I get 3 common questions that I run AppSumo. Right, we promote great products for entrepreneurs and people like you. The 3 most common questions I get. Number 1, are you single? Yes. Number 2, how do I start a business? How do I start a business? Number 2 question, because I've been able to do that pretty well. I've also failed a lot, but I've been able to start a few businesses that have done well. And so how to do that is you go to howtomakeyourfirstdollar.com. That's a plug right there. Then, number 3 though, this is the most common question I get. How to deal with failure. right? And failure is stopping you from getting what you want, right? That fear, your friends, yourself, that nervousness when Mandy came on stage, which was really impressive. Maybe she'll speak next year, Jeff. So we're going to work on that today. And I think the best way for me to work on that with you is show you how I failed all last year. You guys want to see? No? Maybe, whatever. So, whatever. So the reason I think the failure is interesting is because when you hear the bio, you hear Facebook, you hear Mint, you hear I've done some businesses that people like and have done well, but the day-to-day is really tough, and you guys all go through that. Is there anyone here that doesn't have a problem in their life? I heard in Omaha there's no problems, right? But the point is that we all go through it, so I want to share some of mine with you to help you guys feel good about yourselves and also be able to go do what you want. So as you're trying to understand your life and get through failure and get what you want, I'm going to give you a framework, right? It makes it much easier for you guys to get what you want. And it's basically health, wealth, and love. That's it. It's really, 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 really simple. And so all we're going to do today is I'm going to go through these different phases of my life, and then we'll go through your life. So let's start off. Wealth. Number 1. It's a long presentation, everyone. There's a lot of fail in here. So does anybody know what the 84% number is in the back? What do you think it is? Nothing? Can anybody guess what 84% is? It's the percent of everything we do at AppSumo that fails. So do you realize, like, if I'm working 8 hours and 6 hours of my days I'm failing? Do you realize how depressing that is? Right? So we've built so much stuff. This is actually, oh, pardon me. This is all A/B testing. Out of every A/B test we do, 84% fail. And we're pretty good at it. So as we were doing a lot of 2012, we tried a lot of stuff out, and most of it failed. And I think if you guys can understand that failure happens, you can feel good knowing that, hey, I'm going to fail and I need to move forward. I need to learn from this experience. $10,000. Anybody guess what that is? Anybody over on this side? Close? Anybody in the back? 10,000 bucks.
Every time you fail.
No. It's how much... It's how much I paid one person to come to Austin to tell me what to do. Because I didn't know what to do. So I paid him $10,000 for a day just to hang out with me and tell me what to do. And this is failure number 2. And so the point, there's times in our life that are hard and we don't know what to do. And that's why probably things are tough for you. And you have to understand, what do you really want? I didn't know what I wanted. So I ended up spending around $23,000 for a guy to come tell me what to do. Number 3. Can I read it out loud or can you guys read? I'll read it out loud because it's really good. I'll title it, Tell AppSumo to go frick themselves. My respect for you and your company has disappeared and pray to fricking God. Nobody ever asked me what I think of AppSumo and the special people that run it. So do you guys know what day this was? Christmas, yes. Yeah. Who said that? Who said Christmas? Yes, exactly right. Next slide. So, no, it's not. We ended up, get this, you want to hear about the stars aligning? Our email system is all custom built and it's all automated. We emailed out an email selling a product with Steve Jobs in it, selling typography, on the day he died. Can we do a collective, oh, no, that was a weird one. I don't even know what to do. So the point being, though, is that we emailed almost 1 million people saying, hey, you should buy this, Steve Jobs loved it, on the same day he died. Can you imagine how that day felt? Bad. I was bragging to people, because my ego got in the way last year, about how I didn't go to the grocery store for 6 months. My assistant did. Amanda, she's amazing. I didn't really need an assistant. I didn't need to brag how I didn't want to do all these things, but that's where I thought I was at that point in my life. This is when your name is on a product, that's you. And so my name was on this product. It was basically how AppSumo grew. And I was very just focused on money. And every time in my life that I focus on money, I'm always less happy and depressed, and I always make a lot less of it. And so we put out a product showing how we grew, and all I saw, do you know how much money this product made? Made $100,000 in profit. And I was like, that's awesome. But what I actually did notice is if you can look at like the taco reviews, people hated it. But I was so consumed with just making money that I just ignored it completely at that time. Right? And so we've changed a lot, and I'll go through, they'll be positive. It's not all downer stuff, don't worry. But we went through some tough times. This is failure number 6. Hired a lot of people because I thought it'd be cool to brag and have a big office and say that, how big is your team? How many people have heard that question? How big is your team? Right? Who cares? What do you really want? What do you really want? So we had a big team. And then there's a lot of other failure. Do you guys want to hear more failure, or is this enough? Can we stop with that? Let's pick it back up here, okay? So failure happens, right? But it's about understanding that failure is going to happen and what you can learn from that experience. Like Dave. Dave, the presentation was a little off for you guys and girls, women and men, right? Yes? It was a little off. And Dave is a good person. And so Dave is now going to learn for his next presentation to be more aware of the audience. And so you guys have to understand when that failure happens, it's about the next step that's the most important. So what did we do? We cut down the team at AppSumo. We didn't want all these people there. We just wanted the core team. So we got Eric, Anton, Daniel, Noah, Steven, Chad. Just cut it down to the people that really wanted to be there. I started AppSumo not to be a business, not to make money. I really just found cool products that I wanted to promote. That was the whole point. But then you start getting into, you hear A/B testing, lean metrics, all this other stuff. It's very consuming and it's exciting when you're making money and growing. But this is just me working at my friend's place because I just wanted to work on it. So we went back to that. We went back to the roots of why are we doing this? And all I wanted to do was promote cool stuff. So I just went back to working at cafes, having the people around me that I wanted to have around me. This is Chad. Can we do an awe? Can we try an awe on 3? Or can we say Chad on 3? That'd be cool because he's watching, I think, live. I think it'd be awkward for him. Can we do Chad on 3? Yeah? 1, 2, 3. Chad! That's got to be weird for him. Chad is like my business partner. I sometimes wish he was a woman so I could marry him. Is that weird? That's too much? Too far for Omaha? Pull it back? That's okay? Okay. You guys just let me know. I'll fix it real time. There's so many jokes. I finally had a partner. I had a business before Gambit where we did literally like $20 million our first year, maybe 30. And I was with 2 other people that were good people, but we worked together. It was horrible. How many? Do you guys all know, maybe it's the guy next to you or the lady next to you, how many people have worked with someone they didn't really want to work with? Yeah. You can point at them now. Close your eyes and then point at them so we don't know. Right? And I finally found someone that I just love working with, and that I went to him and I said, hey, I'm depressed a lot of 2012 and I don't feel like working. And most people would say, oh, we'll get back to work, stop being a lazy ass. And Chad, you know what Chad said to me? He said, take care of yourself. I'm going to do it. I got you. And that meant a lot to me. He's one of the best people I know in my life. Anybody guess what this graph is? Bounce rate to sale. Definitely engineer. You're smart, I know it. Anybody else guess what this side of the room? I've been neglecting you, I'm sorry. My love life? Who said that one? So man, yeah. No, we're still in the wealth section. We'll get to love. What about this side of the room? Conversion goals, anything else? Rocky? It's actually just, I just made them up. It's nothing. It's just graphs. Anybody else in the back? I don't even know what that means. Bank account. Close. So this graph on the blue line is our revenue for AppSumo. Can you guys guess what the red line is? No, it's my happiness. And when I focus so much on just making more money, like when we start making a lot of money, obviously I made up my happiness number, okay? I know there's the guy in the back like, how did he calculate the happiness? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is so confusing. I made it up, okay? It's Excel, okay? The point being, though, is that I recognize for myself is that I am the happiest when I'm just doing what I want and I'm having fun. And every time that the money just started growing and I wanted to just focus on making more money, my happiness went down. And so being aware of that alone made it better. And so I could focus just on having fun and making the amount of money that I just need to make. That's it. Just focus on having fun, the money will come as well. When you're doing your business, when we're doing howtomakeyourfirstdollar.com, just focus on one thing. This is what I learned at Facebook, and Mark did it really well. Everyone here is on Facebook, for most of you. We're focused on making how to make your first dollar. We're trying to help 3,333 people. That's all we think about. That's it. So that singular focus helps the whole team unite around a purpose to help people start businesses. And so the message for you guys is that in your businesses, do you have multiple goals? In your personal life, do you have multiple things going on? How do you simplify it down to a purpose that you really want? Because I'll tell you, when you unite everyone around one common theme, it is very powerful. All right, let's move on to my health. This is last year. This is how I looked. I thought it'd be funnier. Fine. Okay, that's how I looked. See, it's kind of chubby, huh? Right? A little flab on the side. What's that? No, I thought there was comments. So, everything is connected. If your health is off, if you're tired all day, if you don't have the energy, how are you going to work? Right? How are you going to be good to someone else if you don't even you want to hang out with them because you're tired? And so I hired this dude. This is Adam, my bro. And so last year, basically, my ex-girlfriend dumped me and she called me a lazy ass. She called me, can I say the ass word? That's okay? Yeah, so we were on a bike ride. I'll just tell you the story. We're on a bike ride. We're riding, and she's like, "You suck. You're fat. You drank last night. You're lazy." And so we literally broke up on this bike ride. Why is that the funny part? That's not even. Okay, yeah, we broke up on the bike ride. Fuck. And and it's one of these things where like you have that bad moment, and the next day though, you know what? I was like, she was right. She was right. I was lazy. And my life wasn't where I wanted it to be. And it only recently started being that way. Because I made the changes in health, wealth, and love. And so I hired Adam. And Adam's been the most loyal person to me. Him and Chad and a few other people have been really helpful. And so we worked together on my eating and on my exercising. So you guys should evaluate that for yourselves. And we will do that at the end. This is how I look now. I know, okay, he's narcissistic, whatever. But it's pretty good. I was like, that's kind of hot. Fine. And then love. That's where we leave off. So during a lot of last year, it's funny because it's true. I was home one night and this is like a spaghetti squash stringed up with some zucchini. I was eating healthy, right? It made me feel better. I had more energy. I wasn't tired after lunch. And I just started crying. I just started crying at home. And I just felt very alone. You don't have anyone to connect with. I was always living with a girl, and now for the whole last year, I'm by myself. And it's very difficult, very uncomfortable. And so, yeah, I would start cooking and just eating healthy and being alone by myself. And I think that's very hard for us. We distract ourselves with alcohol, with events, with other people. And if we actually sometimes take the time by ourselves, we'll become a lot stronger and better, but it's uncomfortable. And so, yeah, I was crying at home alone. I grew a beard. That's what you do when you're sad. That's a fact, actually. It's in Wikipedia. So I grew a beard. That's the AppSumo office. You can see a fat sumo behind us. And one of the things I want you to consider is, look at who you surround yourselves with. Right? Like this audience, you guys are all very positive, uplifting, working on things that are interesting. Right? Think about who you hang out with that are friends. Think about your lovers. Think about the meetings you go to. Right? Have you ever gone to a meeting and the whole meeting you're like zoning out? Yeah? Yes? No? Who here has done that? Say yes. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Exactly. And so I spent a lot of last year, I'm like meeting people, and the whole time I'm like, oh, what's for dinner? Oh, God, yeah. Game of Thrones is on, whatever. And so you have to think about the people you're surrounding yourself that are your relationships, your friendships, and also the time. I'm spending all this having coffee meetings with people, right? People want to do interviews, and I'm like, sure, let's just say yes to everything. But it wasn't what I actually wanted to do. And so think about who you're surrounding yourself with. And this picture, it's really weird. It's me running. And this is in Austin where I live. And about a month ago, I'm running by myself. And I realized, is there runners here? Yeah. And I realized, have you ever run with someone faster than you? No? Never. Okay. But it dawned on me, it was a really interesting story. So I'm running by myself, and I saw someone faster than me, and I was like, man, when you run with someone faster than you, guess what you do? Yeah, that's the moment I internalized that thought. So think about your business partners. Are they making your lives better? Are you running faster with them? In your relationship, are they helping you grow? Because I wasn't. And so I spent a lot of last year cutting that out, removing the people, the relationships, the girls I was dating in my life that weren't making me feel better. They made me feel needy. The people in business that weren't really adding to AppSumo, we let them go. And all the business meetings that I go to that just weren't that fun or helpful or interesting or I didn't grow from, I stopped doing them. If you want a book about energy and maximize your energy, The Power of Full Engagement is a phenomenal book. It's a phenomenal book, and it's mostly about, not about how much time you have, but how do you maximize your energy levels. So this is how things started getting better. Just say no. Just stop saying no to coffee meetings. Coffee meetings? Coffee meetings? How many times did I put it? Coffee meetings? But this is interesting, because people are going to be offended when you start taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself, because they're going to want you. But you got to say no. You got to start saying, what do you really want? And it's definitely not coffee meetings, unless they're with the people that you feel better around. So what did I do? I started working on myself. This is David Data. He has a book called Way of the Superior Man. I started reading. I started going to workshops like his. It was $3,000. The most I've ever spent in my life was my LASIK eye surgery, which was $3,500. And I spent $3,000 to just go work on myself, because that's an investment. I wanted to feel better. I wanted to get better. This is me in India. I went to go find the rock Steve Jobs sat on, and it was just me doing what I wanted. Maybe not the beard thing, but I just went to India by myself all of February, and I just walked around. That's my bro, Seth. I started surrounding myself with the people that I always feel good after I leave them. I miss them when I'm not hanging out with them anymore. You guys know those people in your life? You know who I'm talking about. It's the ones where you hang out with, you're like, man, I feel good about who I am. They're a great mirror. They make you feel better about you. My brother's one of them, Adam, John Ross, Chad, AppSumo team. So what can you do today? Let's talk. I like action. I like things happening now, right? Instant gratification. Here are some of the things that help me, because I think there's two ways to make your lives better and get what you really want. One, you got to know what you want. But the two things that are going to help you do that are do something today that make you feel better, right? So am I having fun? Notice the words you use. Have you ever emailed someone and say, how are you? You guys ever use that in your emails? I don't use it in my emails because I don't care how they are. That's rude, right? No, it's just not, I don't care. But the people I do care about, I say, how are you? Or there's a girl I like, and this morning she said, I miss you. And I said, I don't miss you right now because I'm talking to you. And that's, right? That's really weird. I felt really bad. But the point, though, is that now I'm being honest with the words, and other people will trust me. I like what I say more. They like it more. Gebby, this is something when I was feeling really sad last year I did. It helped me out. Every morning, I emailed Adam, the body tutor, what I'm grateful for, 3 things. And I honestly would put, like, hot water sometimes. I think about hot water. It's pretty cool, right? It doesn't suck at all, right? Microwaves are cool. It could be anything. So Gebby is gratitude, exercise, what exercise I'm going to do that day, breakfast, and one thing that I'm going to do for myself. And I feel so awesome right now, and I'm not trying to be rude. I feel good, finally. And so this helped me when I wasn't feeling that good, because it helped me think through my day and say, hey, what do I want to make today great? Because a lot of last year I woke up thinking, why am I even alive today? And why am I even alive? What's for tomorrow? I'm sure some of you guys have felt that at times. I think a lot more people feel that way than they admit. And now I just want more days. Now I'm grateful because I've cut out a lot of those things. I call them anchors, I've removed them. And I try to do small wins every day. Donate clothes to Goodwill, it's very easy. Get rid of stuff, remove weight. Make your bed, little win every morning. Get a morning song. Do you guys have morning songs? Mine's by a band called Rocket Summer. It's kind of like 9th grade emo music. I cry in the mornings, it's fine. And then I put on the mascara. It's weird. So get a morning song. Start a new habit today. Can you do 5 push-ups tonight? One of the things I'll tell you, you guys want to hear something that, this is really, it's so weird. all I do now is when I walk around like outside, I'll just wave and say hi to people and smile. And that connection with other people is amazing. You feel so alive. So if you're not feeling good one day, go outside, do a smile challenge. See if you can get one person to smile at you. That's an Omaha thing? Good. Great. That's an Omaha treat? Good. Remove one bad habit. Add a background image to your phone. You guys all have smartphones here. On your lock screen, on your background, add something that makes you feel good every time you look at it. Why not? Say you have a goal. Say you have a lover. Say you have something you want to go someday. Remind yourself over and over about that. And lastly, call one friend that just makes you feel good. Or just tell them. Whenever you're thinking of that person, just tell them. And so these are things that are little today that you can get it going. This is my background screen. I was feeling low about myself and it made me feel tough. That is legitimately why that's still my background screen. Because I just wasn't feeling good about myself and I said, all right, let me look at the screen. God, stupid. That's what I thought. And then I was like, all right, you look kind of tough. Right? He's like a cowboy. So this is my background screen. Check out your background screen. This is something you could tweet. When times are tough, or you're feeling off, or nervous, or you're lonely and depressed, that is your moment of growth. That is when you're getting closer to the things you actually want. It's when we're distracted with work and people and money and things that we're getting further away from that. So when you're feeling uncomfortable, when you're feeling lonely, that is that moment of growth. So you guys have another half a piece of paper. Everyone have it? I want you guys to take action today. Get your paper out. Get your paper out. I want you to write wealth, health, and love. And on a scale of 1 through 5, where are you in your life? And this will help you identify what area you want to work on. So wealth, 1 through 5. Do I have the job I want? Am I at a company that sucks? Am I feeling fulfilled with my work? Do I like the purpose of our work? My health. Am I exercising? Am I eating healthy? Does anyone not have a piece of paper? And you're not going to share these. Don't worry about that. And then my love. The relationships I have in my life. Friends, coworkers, significant other. Hey, you should do it. You guys should all do it. This will help you. This is the harder one. These are the deeper things that if you actually put your mind to, you'll start getting those changes. Maybe not right away. That's why you do the small wins. But this is the part where will help you start getting what you want. That's why this speech is called Asterisk, which is everything. So we'll take 15 seconds. Write yours down. Don't worry. I'm just chilling. I'm just Snapchatting. Keep going amongst yourselves. Everybody do it? Perfect. So take that piece of paper, put it in your pocket, and remember that. Maybe put it on your computer. Maybe make that your background screen. This is a chance for you guys to now go home today and say, hey, which part of my life do I want to start making better? I'm going to wrap it up. Do the stranger challenge. Get a little uncomfortable. Meet someone new here today. You all have that piece of paper. You can go meet someone new, push yourselves, and see. You'll actually find out you'll start getting what you really want. Thank you very much.
Give it up one more time for Noah, guys. Noah, you want to answer a few questions? And have an awkward entry right back onto the stage. What do you think? Give a round of applause for the awkward re-entry. Sorry, man. We should have told you. Hey, we have time for a couple of questions if you guys have some of those questions. No, I'm curious, looking at your presentation, which was awesome, is I think a lot of people see that and they say they can do that after they have an exit after they have a certain amount of dollars or cents in the bank, et cetera. Can you talk about how this can be accomplished, that kind of mentality, even while you're in the throes of making something happen or building something? No. Adopting that mentality today, some people can say, okay, I'm gonna be more happy when I have X amount of dollars in the bank. After I've had that success, then I can have that perspective. Until then, it has to wait. So adopting that now. I know you mentioned those 10 bullet points, but any other thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, the secret that I'll share with you is you're gonna die. Right? I'm gonna die. I'm sorry to spoil the ending. It's like Titanic. We all know. Right? So there's always going to be something, right? We always have kids, we always have things going on. And so there's two pieces of it. Sometimes you have to just get momentum going, and it's easy to keep it going. And that's why I try to give you guys little quick fixes and hacks that have helped me. But the bigger ones, like the health, wealth, and love, that took me a year of depression. And maybe depression's a very strong word, but it's a year of it's going to be tough and take some time. And so what I personally do is I have repeats in my calendar. So I have 15-minute segments every single day about certain activities and things I want the difference in. And I think there's two things that'll help you with that. So one, you need to know what the end looks like. Does that make sense, Antonio? You need to know, hey, here's where I want to be at the end, the destination, so then I can start drawing my map. And every day you start getting a little closer to that destination. But you have to know that there's something sexy at the end, otherwise you're not going to work through it. That's kind of an okay answer.
Hey, no, it was awesome, man. Two questions. One, did I see a 3 in the side of your, cut into the side of your head? And if so, what is that about? And then I've got another question.
Can you guys guess what this is? Pac-Man. Yeah, it's Pac-Man. Awesome. It's him chasing some dots.
Cool. All right. Thank you for that. So
that helped everyone here today.
So similar to the
made all your lives better.
Similar to the last question, I read an article somewhere recently where depression rates are among the highest in entrepreneurs. And this really resonated with me because people are out there on their own quite a bit on an island trying to figure stuff out. Was wondering if you had any further comments about, depression and what entrepreneurs face and stuff like that, and how people could help each other out as a community.
Yeah. So I wrote an article on OKDork. If you're depressed or you think you're depressed, okdork.com, search depression. And it's basically, I was speaking in Connecticut a year ago and I was depressed. And I was like, well, how do I get out of this depression? So I just started writing all the ways that I could do it. And it kept me depressed. It made me more depressed. But it seemed to help other people. Do you want to know exactly what made me less depressed? Do you want to know just the exact answer for myself? Oh my God. PG-13, girl. PG-13. So, yeah, it was. Why lie? That was a piece of it. I'm not going to talk about that, but that was a piece. No, you did. So, that was honest, right? She did. So, probably 3 things have changed were depression. So one, I think when you're not working on what you really want to work on is a good sign that that's something wrong. And you guys all know the answer. If you're working on something you don't want to work on, you know. You don't need someone else to tell you. If you're asking other people, that's probably a sign as well. So number 1, I started working on what I wanted to work on. And right now, the How to Make Your First Dollar and helping people start businesses, every day I feel good. And it fulfills me seeing other people get what they want. That's very fulfilling for me. Secondly, I started going to therapy. Okay? So I go to psychoanalysis once a week, and it's $180, which sounds like a lot for 45 minutes. I Grouponed it, or Living Socialed it, so it's fine. Where's Aaron? I use Living Social, okay? No, I didn't. It's too expensive. So I started spending time investing in myself and exploring why am I doing certain habits, why am I doing certain patterns, how do I really want it to be, from someone completely unbiased that does not give a frick, okay? So that really helped me, and I still go every Tuesday. And then lastly, in relationships, I had lingering, there's 2 girls, and I just couldn't let them go. I couldn't let it go. And in March, I went and met them again after about a year. And I faced the fear. And I was like, wow, I've spent all year working on myself, investing in myself, going through tough times. And when I finally saw them again, I was able to let it go. And literally, after that moment and some of the S word, I felt like the way I wanted to feel.
Hey Noah, I just have a question, and this is not. I'm trying to phrase this as well as I can, but like you're talking about.
It's hard to understand what you're saying.
So I'm trying to phrase this as best as I can, but like you're talking a lot about like how like money made you unhappy, and then like on the other hand, like
That's what rich people say, okay? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
But like how you got depressed and so, but you really want to work on this how I got my first dollar thing, and like how do you like justify like AppSumo is the company that like allows you to buy things, right? Like how do you figure out like pricing schemes for things like how to make your first dollar? How do you like value that and then like deal with the fact that you're.
Let me share two stories. I think we'll share two stories that will help y'all, right? So when I got fired by Facebook. Okay, and I don't know if you realize, like that was everything in my life. That was like Facebook, and then my girlfriend, my family, and all these other people, and so it was my identity, and it got removed, right? They took it from me, and they were rightfully so, and that was very depressing. It was very hard for me because I just lost everything that mattered, and it was about, and I tried to understand, well, why am I so upset? And I was upset about the money. One, I loved it. Number one was I loved it, and that was taken. But number two, I was like, all these guys now literally have R8s, they have mansions, they're like court seats at the Lakers, all this stuff. And so I took some time, and what I actually did that made me feel better was I wrote down, I worked with someone, and they said, well, with that money you would have gotten, what would you have bought? Okay? What would you have bought? And I was like, well, I kind of have everything I want, right? I have a scooter, obviously a scooter. You know, I can afford all the tacos I want, right? There wasn't anything money-wise, so it wasn't actually the money. And that actually helped me get through it for that specific experience. Secondly, you asked about AppSumo. So we went through, I'm from Silicon Valley, we're more of a technical company, and we built actually complex algorithms for pricing. This is when I was in like all of last year, just trying to maximize revenue, didn't really care as much what we were doing. I didn't even look at some of the products until afterwards. And I was like, I cannot believe I put my name on that. And so literally we would price test everything to like a really impressive degree. And we've got all the money, but that wasn't the point. If you're trying to figure out pricing and stuff like that, here's how you decide your pricing. Am I stealing from the company? So think about yourselves for anything you've bought recently that you're like, I cannot believe it was only this much. Like who here pays for Spotify Premium? You guys all feel that way. If you don't know someone with Spotify Premium, talk to them. They're like, I cannot believe it's $10 for this song. Rocket Summer, check them out. So that's number one. And number two, I just tried to price something. So we actually turned off all our algorithms, we turned off all of our A/B testing, and we just did it the way we want to do it. That's it. So the price of this product, the How to Make Your First Dollar, is $300. Do you know how I figured that out? I just chose a number that I thought, I'm like, dude, for $300 to start your own business, or $1 a day on our monthly plan, like that's ridiculous to actually get with something you would want. And so that's how we do it. I think you just got to choose a price that you feel is good. Good.
Okay. Like I'm just curious, like how do you justify? And again, I'm sure it's like how you justify it to like people that are like, well, this kind of sounds kind of sleazy and like, you know, you're paying for advice. And I understand that there's a value offer in there. I just didn't know if it was like something you actually thought about, like people who are.
I think if you're trying to price things, one of the easiest. Is there any lawyers here? It's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Come on. You're smart. Fine. How much is your hourly? I'm free now. Really? Does anybody need lawyer advice? No, seriously. Does anybody need a lawyer? Do you need clients? Do you need clients?
Yes.
What kind of clients?
Startups.
Any startup need a lawyer help? Any startup need a lawyer? What's your name, man? Yeah. Why don't you go sit by him? Go. Oh, wait. Now I got a client. Anybody else need a lawyer? We'll do one more. Over there? Anybody else? Right there. Go ahead. Can you go sit with him? No, go sit with him. Are you tweeting? So, he's offering free legal advice, which may not be good. That's up to you to decide. You can use Google as well. So, did you guys go connect? Where'd he go? He's sitting right here. Can you raise your hand? So, let me help you with pricing. Our lawyer at AppSumo, KHRG, charges $300 an hour. Okay? So, if I'm trying to figure out pricing and I save them an hour a week, how much is that? Am I saving them in terms of dollars? 300.
Right.
Times that by 52, 15,000.
Right.
So if you charge them 1/10 of that, they're getting a steal, $1,500. Do you guys follow the math? You got to charge something that people want to pay for.
Yeah. Okay.
And if he's going to save all that money from something you're creating, then that's a steal for
and
him.
that makes sense. And that makes
All right, let's move on. Are you guys good? Is this still interesting? We're still here? Okay. People in the back? You guys are quiet back there. Yeah.
Hi. So
What's
I have
up?
a two-part question.
What's the on two-part question?
No. It's easy. But you have to agree to be honest before I ask.
All right, so here's what we'll do. I'll let the
I
audience
am
decide.
married, by the way.
What's
so
that?
I'm married.
The audience, you guys
So
can
that is
decide
not the
if I'm going to be
question.
honest or not. I think that'll be more fun. Yeah.
Pardon? Oh. So here's my question.
Sure.
Are you content, and is that a good thing?
Okay.
Your answer.
You guys want the honest or lie? Lie to us? So I think, you know what word I don't hate but I dislike is happiness. Because what does that mean? What does it mean to be happy, right? And so the word I like to use is fulfilled, right? And so I think it's like yoga, right? If you guys do yoga, you can never get perfect. Even if you think you're there, you can go to the next level. And so in terms of fulfillment, in terms of health, wealth, and love, I feel amazing around those things. But the thing you have to recognize is even when you get to that point, you have to keep doing what you did to get there to keep going. And so it's a never-ending process. One of my favorite stories was in college. I went to Berkeley. Any Bears here? Woo! So in Berkeley, at freshman year, I joined the marketing club, and they made me put up flyers all year. Okay? So I'm putting up flyers all year, and every time I put up a flyer, I'm like, sons of bitches, sons of bitches. And I said, when I'm president, no more flyers. No more flyers ever again. 4 years later, I'm president. No more flyers. More flyers! It was just more flyers. It never ends. So it just never, ever ends. When you think you're there is the beginning. And and I think part of my problem is that sometimes I want to rest on my laurels, like, man, I've done it. And that's when you get sloppy and lazy. That's when the assistant, who's an amazing person, it encouraged me to be lazier. And so now I have to figure out where that balance is in my life that makes me happy. Maybe more fulfilled. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Thank you very
for Noah
much.
Kagan.
Omaha.